Hi everyone, welcome to my channel and welcome back to all of my subscribers, and thank you so much everyone for all of the support that you show me on YouTube, in the Etsy store, and on the Facebook junk journaling groups. So today I have this whopping folio, and it has a lot of flips and flaps, and let's just get right to it. So I created a simple cover, and when you open it up, immediately you've got flaps. So this one here, if you look at this right here, this is actually not vellum. It is, let me bring you the cover that it came in. It is inkjet transparency film, and essentially it's like printable acetate paper. So I thought I'd give that a go, and I like the effect. So here's a pocket, and then when you flip it over, we have another pocket with some more ephemera, and then more ephemera. And over on this side, a pocket, a journaling card. And those of you who know me, I can't resist doing something with a specimen slide. Another pocket for more ephemera. Okay, now this is going to flip up, and here we have an envelope. And let's see, in our envelope we have some more ephemera, things to write on. And I found a little die cut on Amazon, and it's in the shape of a hand. So over here is another pocket behind the envelope, and then we flip that over. Journaling postcard in there, more journaling cards, and then we flip this over, and again, more places to do some journaling and tuck things in. Then it opens up this way, and we have another flap and another flip. So this time I chose to use some vellum instead, and it's filled with some ephemera, things that you can write on, some tags, and again I used vellum. So these are some tags, and then what do we have when we flip this over? Another tag pocket made out of vellum, some more tags to do some journaling on. And then next, this actually moves down, and then we have more places to do some journaling, more pockets, journaling cards. And then we're going to flip this way. We have a little notepad to do some journaling, and another journaling card. So now this last bit here, we're going to open this up, and over here we have, in these little pockets, and I'll just pull out one, in these little pockets, just a place to do some journaling, almost like a hidden journaling space. And then more ephemera to do some journaling on. So that's a lot of flips and a lot of flaps. So let's look at how I put all of this together. Okay, let me get my scoreboard. I've pre-cut a lot of things to keep things moving along. So the base of the folio is, make sure that I am on camera. Okay, the base is 10.5 by 8, and you're going to quarter it. So what you're going to do is you're going to fold it this way, and then you're going to fold it this way, and then you'll take your scissor or your your cutter, and then you're going to cut down here. You're not going to go all the way down. You're going to go to where the fold is. So you get something that looks like this. And what you're going to do is you're going to take both of your flaps back, right? Both of your flaps back, and then you're going to fold this way. So this becomes your front cover, and then the other flap becomes your back cover. Okay, then from the folio, remember those smaller flaps that I had in the insides? They measure 4.5 by 2 3/8. I'm sorry, 4.5 by 2 3/4. And then you're going to score at the 1/2 inch mark. And that's where I had these. They were going this way, and then there was another one that went this way that had the specimen slide on it. Okay, so in that folio, when you flipped up, there was something that came outward. So let me give you the measurements for that. That was 10 inches by 4 inches, but you're going to cut a little less than 4 inches. And the reason why you're going to cut a little less than 4 inches is because if you made it exactly 4 inches, when you try to fold this, it might buckle on you. So take a hair off, maybe about a 1/16 or so, and then what you're going to do is I just glued this entire thing down here. But what you might want to do instead is you might want to glue along the edges here and then notch out this so that you get another pocket. But this was that inner larger flap. And let me show you that from this here. Okay, so it opens this way, and then when you glue this down, this is going to open this way. Okay, so let's see where we are with this. I'm just going to use a little bit of glue very quickly. Just so you could see how it builds. And then when I put this piece to this piece, I don't put it on the score line. I put it slightly behind the score line. Again, if you put it on the score line, it's going to buckle. You're going to have trouble folding things together. So this is going to go here. This is the outer card, and now we turn it over. Okay, so that pull down section that you saw me make, the measurements for that is going to be 10 inches by 5 1/4. And again, you're going to cut slightly less on the 5 1/4 side. That's so that, again, things will line up and not buckle. So you're scoring, you're going to score at the 4, and you're going to score at the 8. Okay. So from here to here, this is where I went slightly less than 5 1/4. And that's so that it will close. If you make things too exact, you're going to have a hard time closing them and things start to buckle. Okay, so what I did here with this section, I ran a strip of glue down the edge. So let me just do that very quickly, and it will not be the world's neatest job because I'm just trying to give you the overview. So this is how I form that little pocket. Okay, so that's how this dropped down like this, and I had a little pocket here, and then I was able to flip things over and put stuff on the back here. Okay, now this last bit here, this measures, that was the this little closure here, right? This piece here is a little bit tricky. So the closure was, it was 9.5 by 2 and 1/16. If the 1/16 is driving you nuts, then just make it 2 inches. And then what you're going to do is, let me just get my, you'll lightly score, very lightly, not heavy, and you'll see why in a second. You're going to lightly score at 2 and 1/8, and then you'll lightly score at 7 and 3/8. And you'll fold them in, but don't commit too much, right? We're not gonna burnish these. You're gonna fold them in. We're not going to commit too much. In the original, if I glued this down, do you see where this is resting right on that score line? This would have a hard time folding over, especially with all of the layers that we built up on the inside. So what I did was I rolled in ever so slightly using the edges of the paper as my guide so that I wouldn't go on an angle or anything like that. So you need to roll in just a little bit. And then burnish very lightly, don't commit just yet, right? And you're gonna do the same thing on the other side. You're gonna roll in just a little bit and then burnish very lightly. You want to make sure that you leave yourself some space over here. And then when there's a good amount of space, this is not hanging over the edge there. I'm going to pull this in a little bit more on this side. And then you can commit, right? So you're going to have some space on the edges here, and you'll see in the original, I have some space and a little space over here, but I need the space because with all of this stuff, again, you want it to fold close. And then what I did was, to get that pocket, same thing, you're just going to glue along the edge here, glue along the bottom here, and it's not going to be a neat job. Glue along the bottom here, and then you'll get that down. And this part was pretty simple. If you have an angle cut, do the angle cuts before gluing things down. You know, you're going to angle cut, either with one of these types of punches, or you're just going to take a scissor and do your angle cut. And then I just use a regular hole punch to do the hole. But let me the exact way that I did it, because I know some people really like to do things exactly the way that I do it. So the exact way that I did it before I glued things down, I brought these two edges together. I marked the center, you know, and then I And if you want to be exact, you can just use your scoreboard to find the exact center. And then I looked for that center area, and I punched. And then I used some reinforcements around it. And then I did then do your angle cuts, okay? And then once you've done your angle cuts and you've put your reinforcements in, then do your gluing, put it down, and then you get your drawstring, and it all comes together as you know, again, I'm doing this very quickly. It all comes together as you saw in what I put together here. Okay, so the way that mine opened up, the finished product, it opened up like this, remember? And then I was able to flip it up this way and then flip it out. And then it opened up again this way. And then we pulled things down, and then we pulled things back, all right? And then we had that opening here. And then along the way, I had these different little flip things along the way. Last thing that I wanted to show you was this right here, the way I did this double flip. So this is essentially twice the size of this, right? Going this way, right? So you'll need a card that is 4 1/2 by 5 1/2. On the 5 1/2 inch, on the 4 1/2 inch side, you're going to score at the 1/2 inch mark. And then fold your card, turn your card, and then fold it in half. And then you are going to get rid of this section here. Okay, so again, this is not going to be neat. This is just to show you very quickly how I did that little kind of double flap thing. All right. Okay. Okay. So that would be this piece here. Okay. So I'm going to fold this piece here back, and I'm going to glue it down to something. And then this is how I got it. It opens this way, and then when it's glued down to something, it's going to open up this way. That's a wrap for today. If you liked this video, please hit the like button, please share, and please subscribe. Have a great week, everyone. Take care. Bye-bye.